beloved souls. Welcome to a commentary channel. My name is Jem, psychic medium, author, channeler, and truth seeker. Now, because I'm a widow, and a pensioner, I don't get a lot of money. And as I've told you before, I'm an author, published well over 20 books now, published on Amazon because it's free to publish on Kindle. And I don't have money to do marketing, so I thought that I would start over the next few days and next few weeks, as well as doing other videos, get as many videos out there about my books. So I'll read excerpts from different books. This little book, let me say, this is my 14th book. I explain and give examples and exercises on how to be able to write, to tell stories, whether it be fiction or non-fiction, and to give you methods to do so. I also include the passion of singing because the art of singing involves the art of storytelling. It is a short little motivational book that the reader can easily understand and follow the instructions given in the book. So I've just randomly opened the book. I'm pretty much at the beginning, and it's called Meet Mr. Right and Mr. Left and Mind Mapping, etc. Scientists have learned there are two hemispheres in our brains, which they have classified as left and right. Both have different roles to play. For example, the left is mathematical, analytical, and logical, while the right is emotional and creative. It is from the right side that our soul's passions arise from. The passion to sing, to write, to be intuitive and psychic. Every one of us houses a skeptic, a cynic, a doubter, and a judge. This actually comes from the left, trying to make sense out of the chaos created by the right. It is the left side that corrects the mistakes and makes judgments. How many times have you in the moment joyfully singing loudly only to be silenced by the audience sitting in the left, fearful that you might have been overheard and judged? Or how many times have you started to write a story only to suddenly stop because you are correcting errors in spelling and grammar? The point is to know here it is that your right side of your brain yearns for freedom, to be able to express itself, be that song, dance, writing, or artwork, etc. The left likes to judge and correct because that's how it functions. But if this left side stops the creative flow of being in the moment, the objective then is to stay in the moment and create without letting the left tell you you're no good. This self-talk has resulted in fears and anxieties of not being your true self because the left has put a value on you that you're not good enough. Being social creators, we also yearn for acceptance by others, so can hide behind being afraid to show others our souls. To overcome these fears, We must quieten the left side and give ourselves love and support and let us just be. Our souls yearn for an outlet of expression. So, exercise 1 is for every morning go to the mirror and say something along the following. I am good enough. I am free to be me. Who cares if I make a mistake? I am only trying, and because I try, I am so proud of the beautiful me and of the beauty I create every time I just try. Exercise 2 is that every night at bedtime, before you sleep, say thank you to yourself for being who you are. Do not go over errors and make judgments. Let it go, for the day has ended. Never believe you are not good enough or a good person because you got things wrong. You tried and you probably learned, and that is just fine. Another good thing is gratitude. Start the morning with something you are grateful for. It can be very simple. End the day the same way. When we start to feel gratitude, we start to have a mind shift. Our brains are often rewired through many things. The list, which is not conclusive, covers substance abuse, trauma, victims of violence, fear, anxiety, ill health, and self-talk. Self-talk is the biggie. It is often judgment. It often arises from when we were children, and sometimes it comes out of our inner child is trying to protect ourselves from a situation. However, this is not a psychology book about how the brain is wired. Just know that thought creates, and every thought has an action and a feeling associated to that. And like a ripple effect, that thought impacts on us and those around us. Writing is very hard for some people to do because even if they close their eyes, they feel they cannot imagine scenes for their stories, let alone portray characters. Learning to write will show you how you can use a very left-brained action to accomplish a right-brained creation. I will teach you one very clever and useful tool. This tool can also be used to study, to learn, and to train our memory. Many left brain activities, except for tools like this one, are critical of our work. But this one does not do it because it's a visual activity is being used, like jotting dots. So our left brain is soothed and fooled into thinking it is being useful, which it is, just not in the negative sense. This helpful tool you may have already learned about, possibly from school days. A lot of educators teach it to help that student improve. It is a very helpful tool called mind mapping. Before continuing about that, there are other useful tools we can utilize in being creative. Then there will be a brief discussion about some. A way to remember things is by rhyming. Here is my example. Captain James Cook sailed the Pacific Sea. He was something Englishman to discover Australia, that it may be. but the Dutch have an earlier claim than he. I'll keep going in the book. It says in lists, when you need little terms, use something like the following. Bacterial germs. So are viruses, I learns. It does not have to be grammatically correct, just a rhyme. Here are other rhymes I was taught at school. My very easy memory jingle serves useful naming planets. Well, I was taught Pluto was a planet. It's not anymore. Each first letter stands for the first letter of a planet in the correct orbits around the Sun. They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Poor Pluto. I've encouraged Pluto in there. In chemistry, I had to learn the first 20 elements of the periodic table from memory. It goes like this. Happy Henry's Beryl Brown chews nuts on Fridays. Nellie Nag says, may all silly physicians suffer chills always. Again, first letter of the word stands for the element in its correct position in the periodic table. This be hydrogen, helium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluoride, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, sulfur, argon. Not bad, reciting that from a memory, and I have not checked the elements before writing of this book. Just guessed them. In music, chords were also put in sentences, like every good boy deserves fruit. That represents C, G, B, D, F. I learned a German poem for a grade 10 oral examination by putting the verse to the tune of Greensleeves. I still remember a lot of the poem. It is the famous Elf King, and it's by Goethe, and if asked, I will recite the German to you. Forgive spelling errors, for I'm writing the poem from memory. Wer reitet so spark durch Nacken Wind? Es ist der seinem King. Hat den Narbenball in der Arm. Fast is sicker, hält him arm. This poem is about the famous Elf King who stole children. All of these teach us memories by being creative with our learning. A way to remember names is by you putting a silly, private rhyme to the name, which personalize them. Never share this secret of yours, for it may have the power to hurt someone when all it is innocent fun. Here are some examples. Her name is Irene. She looks good in green. His name is Rob, for he won't shut that gob. His name is John. John a coffee. The last, is a play on words. Therese has skin like cream cheese. Dorothy lives in a grey painted house. Her demeanour is quiet as a mouse. Mind mapping is an extremely useful tool. The idea is to start with a central word or theme from which other related words or themes branch out. Put a circle around each idea and a hyphen linking the idea in your next exercise. The first word is trees. We circle trees, then link all the things we associate with trees. It is like a map. It links each word to one another. And I've just... Where are we? There you can see. That's mind mapping. I'm not going to keep reading because I've just would have read the complete book. So you can buy this book, like all my books, on Amazon. Thank you for watching. Please be kind to each other, to yourselves. Good night, love, light, and blessings. Bye.